All right, we're back at it again. We're gonna get ready to look at some wallets and belts and a watch strap that people have ordered over the last 24 hours. I tend to forget it, so I just want to thank everybody that's picked up something before we get started here. So if you hear your name, we're gonna look at the items that you picked up, with the exception of some of the irregular stuff that I snuck up yesterday. So Vincent, another Vincent, Brent, Matthew, Jason, James, Richard, Brian, Ian, Welton, Michael, Christopher, Neil, Michael, Leonard, Christopher, David, SK, Michael, Pamela, TJ, Reese, Thomas, Tobias, Jacob, David, Michael, Juan, Chet, Keith, Debbie, Judy, and Aaron. Thank you guys. Hey, Sherman's here, Quan's here, John's here. Welcome, guys. Let's walk over to the table. I wanted to try to use the little tripod here so we could actually see me and the wallets at the same time. Let's see if I can get this to work. There's a bunch of cool stuff that we'll look at. Let's see. Will this work? Okay. Hi. First up, check this out. Bugs Moran, black shell cordovan with a reverse interior. Check out the dye splatter on that one. Really, really sweet and interesting look. This is from one of our private stock drops. Also got, hi Oyster, I also have a Color 8 shell cordovan vault key holder. This is what it looks like when it's just been cut. I actually put some Saphir cordovan cream on this and still haven't brushed it or polished it, but this is what the vault key holder looks like before we attach any of the hardware. It sort of flaps around like that. I got an Apple Watch band going out today in a really beautiful piece of natural shell cordovan. This one, the customer requested some silver hardware, so you can see the silver buckle on there, as well as the silver lug adapters. And keeping it going here, this is a pretty cool. Every time I pull out one of these, we call them the key buddies, our keychain belt clip, I kind of get inspired to want to try a new one. I've been wearing the Color 8 shell cordovan since we first released this product, and I really enjoy the cordovan. It's really beautiful. This is the Color 8 Chrome Excel, and it's really nice, but I was saying every time I pull out one of these, each day we do these videos, I seem to want to switch colors. So yesterday it was the natural shell, which was super nice. Today I'm feeling like this Color 8 Chrome Excel is really, really special. And then somebody picked up, interesting, I don't know the purpose of them doing it. Somebody picked up 4 Bugs Moran, and we still have to edge finish all of these and polish them up. This person also requested to have each of these personalized for different people. So it might be like a wedding gift kind of thing. I'm not really certain what it's for. But you can see on, the reason I pulled out all 4 to show you is the grain character on all of them are very, very different. This one's really beautiful, a little bit flat as in terms of texture for Dublin. Sometimes it gets a little bit more intense. And there's a look at the inside of this guy. I'm trying to compare it to another one here. So you can see just the striations on this one are much more dramatic than the piece here. So, and this one's even flatter. Here's another new one. Even less dramatic figuring on this piece, even compared to that first one. So this is the flattest now. And then the last one, even flatter. Sometimes they're just more textured than others, which is what makes them special and unique. Let's keep it going. Speaking of Dublin, I want to show you this guy here. We partnered with a company in Chicago about 10 years ago called Chicago Comb, and they originally started making metal combs. These days, they're making these carbon fiber combs. They're lighter weight, they're less expensive, they're anti-static. And I think a lot of people were turned off by the idea of having a piece of metal touching their hair. So they started releasing these carbon fiber combs, and now they've become really popular. We're selling them with the English and Dublin sheets, and been doing that with those guys for about 10 years now, which is insane how time flies. All right, extra nice piece here. This, you can see, is a really beautiful blue shade of shell cordovan, and this is the 100% denim blue shell cordovan Johnny the Fox. Somebody picked up one of these from the private stock offering that we'll be prepping out and shipping out today. Still need to polish this one up, but what you can see that's nice about the 100% shell cordovan fox here is that we've hand stained the edges to match that same denim blue shell on the inside and outside. So once this is polished up, that gets to be a really clean look. And it's sort of the same thing here with the Capone money clip. We've been doing the hand stained edges. So this is the Color 8 shell cordovan Capone money clip with the matching Color 8 hand stained edge. that just turns out great, especially once it's been waxed and burnished. Super, super clean look on this guy. Another Capone here, English Tan Dublin, our most popular color. Here's another Dublin piece in black. So this is a black Dublin Johnny the Fox, 100% black. Still need to finish up the edges. Once these are done, the edges get like a little bit darker and more bright and shiny. For me, this black Dublin leather is about the best black you can get because it has so much character in it. Most black leathers that you see in the world don't have any amount of character. And the Dublin, for me, I think it's the best black. This is our most popular wallet. Hey, Nataku, good morning. Johnny the Fox, English Tan Dublin. Our Foxes are coming out great right now. We've had some custom leather made for us just for this wallet, and it's perfect now. I really am enjoying how nicely the English Tan Foxes are turning out. And we do like a light a little light staining. It's a little bit different than the shell edge staining, but we add a little bit of color to the wax and burnish the edges, and that turns out great also. Let me try to demonstrate what I'm talking about here. So you can see the color difference on the cross section of the finished Johnny the Fox here compared to how the English Tan normally is. You can see how light the edge is before we do that staining. I think it cleans it up just enough. It makes it perfect. Another English Tan piece here. It's good to see a bunch of Tony the Ants going out today. And I see you're chatting here. I'll respond to you in a sec. It's a little hard for me to see the chat right now. English Tan Dublin, Tony the Ant here. And there's 3 Tony the Ants going out today. This one has some really nice grain character, really nice edges also, where we add that same amount of color as we do on the Johnny the Fox. All the English Tan, we try to add that little bit of color. Then we got a really beautiful piece of color 8 shell cordovan. The super, super bright, shiny luster on this piece of shell. I'm looking at the camera monitor here, and the color is much more vibrant and burgundy in person. It does not look black at all. It's just like a really nice dark brown burgundy shade. You can see it if you look at the bill slot edge. We've hand stained that edge already before sewing it. And you can see the edge here on the top of the wallet is still that natural color. That's because this wallet is not completed yet. So that's our goal for today, is to take all the stuff we're looking at, polish it up, finish it up, get everything nice and clean looking, and ship it out. And then one last Tony the Ant to look at, natural shell cordovan, our most popular shell color. And it's really, really beautiful on this Tony the Ant. Cool, interesting ink stamp here. I don't know what happened with the stamper, but it looks like part of it just got like an extra amount of ink in it. I don't know how that happens, but natural shell develops a great patina. I'm gonna flip it around here, show you some of the belts. I appreciate you guys being here. It's really fun. This will be my last day doing these live things for a couple weeks because I'm going on vacation. Do you mix your own color 8 edge dye? We do a little bit, but we get the same material from Horween. We also have a couple belts going out today. It's also great to see 4 different colors. So color 8, Chrome XL, natural Chrome XL, English Tan Dublin, and black Chrome XL. I'm gonna drag the black Chrome XL all the way down here to show you what the teardropped holes shapes are, which I still really enjoy. All of the belts currently have 5 teardrops punched into them, but I'm planning to add an additional couple holes to make it a 7-hole belt. But Chrome XL is a really comfortable belt. It tends to mold and conform around your waist. I find it to be very comfortable, as well as the Dublin. I think this is just a really perfect jean belt. But most people are trying to, even these days, trying to match the color of their belt to their footwear. So there's not a whole lot of footwear that's this orangey tan shade, but those rules I think are a little antiquated at this point. And then check this out. I snuck up some Irregular stuff yesterday. These are a bunch of the Irregulars that are going to be going out today, including some shell cordovan valet trays. So we've got some Chrome XL valet trays. This is what makes it Irregular also. See these little scratches inside? Oh, a little dust. You can probably brush that dust off. Sometimes if it sits on a dirty table, the Chrome XL waxes just pick up all that grease. And this is also what you can expect to see. A little bit of looseness in that small section of Chrome XL on this valet tray. These XL trays in English Tan are really beautiful. Look at that huge piece of Dublin. Super nice. So these, I think some of these are still up on the site right now. All right, let me flip it around and then we can get to your questions and drink a bunch of coffee. We gotta drink a lot of coffee. I'll put up another video today showing some of the irregular stuff that I put up on the website yesterday, including a one-piece shell belt. In fact, there were 2 one-piece shell belts and a single 2-piece belt. That's confusing. And I think I put up a couple of irregular wallets also. And then next week, I will not be in the shop, but I'm prepping out some photos and videos for a new leather that we'll be putting out next week. It's the goal. And I'm really excited about them. They're really, really nice. Looking really great. All right, so if you guys have any questions, I'll stick around for a couple more minutes. And then I got to bail. I got a lot of stuff to do. All right, let's go back to the chat here, saying hi to Wes. Hard to see the wallets in detail. Video quality isn't great. All right, appreciate that, Wes. Yeah, we'll do... These live chats are less about the image quality than some of the not live videos that I do. I usually shoot those in 4K and put those up. But these are more about just showing people and thanking people for picking up stuff and showing it to them before they get it. Jake says, oil, Nataku, it'll buffer up, looks great to me. Oh yeah, maybe the thing was just not streaming right. What boots are you wearing today? I'm actually wearing sneakers right now. That's embarrassing to say. I was wearing the Oak Streets until this morning. I have to bring my kid into daycare and they make me take my shoes off, and it's super annoying to like unlace those boots and put them back on. But yeah, we get dyes from Horween. It's actually, we have a special little arrangement with them. I don't think they sell it. Nataku, I'm going to San Diego for vacation. And John, podcast, we have 3 episodes ready to go that I'm going to start releasing in February. Actually, they're not ready to go. They're just filmed. But I'm going to put those up in February. And then we are also going to be recording some more episodes. So we should be having a more consistent flow of episodes starting in February. And if you're subscribed to the Full Grain YouTube channel, part of my goal on my little break here is to start adding videos of all the episodes onto the YouTube channel in full. At first I was just doing them in clips. I just run out of time to be able to do all that work to make all the clips. So I'm just going to start releasing them, all the full videos. So yesterday, I think I put up episode 1 and 2. I did a big job putting together the stitch down episode where it was 2 remote people and then 2 of us in person with 4 cameras. So that took a little bit of work to put together a video for, but I think that will be releasing like either today or tomorrow. And I'm going to go back to episode 3 and just release all the videos for everything, which is great. Full grain content. Yeah, Oyster, if you want to be featured on the show, you may have already done this. I've been soliciting questions. So if you want your question aired on the podcast, which would be kind of fun, just send us an email with your question. It's fullgrainpodcast@gmail.com. And Nick actually told me the other day, sometimes we'll sit there and chat like, well, what episode do you think we should do next? And he said, I really liked the one we did answering people's questions. So Nick is requesting that. And I think it's really fun too. It's cool because it's often questions that we would never think to talk about, but that when we get into them, they seem to have really interesting perspectives to talk about. Like I think I saw an email from somebody asking about Horween chamois leather that we'll answer. And that's a product that's amazing. And Nick and I have both seen it for over a decade. And we're familiar with it, we like it, but we don't think to talk about it. But chamois is a good example. There's so much to talk about with that because you can use it on the grain side, but the grain is corrected? What does corrected grain mean? And then if you flip it on the back side, there's the flesh out, like reverse chamois that's become very popular. We could talk about that, and we can talk about the oils that they use to treat the chamois. There's just so much to go into that we don't naturally think to talk about because it's very familiar to us. So if you want to send us questions, that's actually, not only is it fun to be able to put your name up on the screen and talk about your question, but will also it will help us because it gives us some things to talk about that we wouldn't normally talk about. Hi, Jaron. Good to see you guys. All right, I got a lot to do. I'm going to put out another video today. I haven't filmed it yet of some of the irregular stuff that I snuck up on the website. If you want a valet tray or a belt, the belts are a really sweet deal. Especially, I don't know if they're still available, but there's a Cordovan belt from Genuine Horror products that we put up that are half off, but they're irregulars. There's like a crack in the spine of it. And then the belts are a pretty good deal right now if you're looking for a belt. They're sitting right behind me there. Those are the irregular belts. There's not a lot of them, and they're really not that bad. In fact, somebody left a comment on a video asking about looseness in Chrome Excel, and they were wondering if that was an issue in terms of durability for the leather, but the Chrome Excel looseness does not affect the durability at all. It's a purely aesthetic thing, and all you're really seeing is the grain layer separate out from the fibers below of the skin, and it creates that pebbled look. So you could ask the same question about a pebbled leather. Is that an inherently flawed leather? And the answer is no. It's just a look, and it's an aesthetic that, in fact, they're often trying to achieve by tumbling the leather and creating that pebbled look, which I think is cool looking, but nobody really questions that in terms of durability. So it's the same thing with the Chrome Excel. All right, so look forward to some new stuff, new product next week, or new leather next week. And thanks for being here, everybody. If you're chiming in live and you picked up something on the site in the last 24 hours, I listed off names at the beginning of the live stream here. So you probably see your wallet or belt or watch strap in this chat. All right, I'm going to be gone for a couple weeks. I've been having a lot of fun doing these in the mornings, and in February, I'll be back February 1st. Looking forward to joining you guys again. Sorry to bail on you for so long. It's been my longest vacation ever. All right, Oyster, everybody else, thanks for being here. Hope you guys have a good one. See you later.